on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Y'all come on in here so we can get started. Yeah, because I wanted to make sure I showed you all this information before I went to bed. Hi, everybody. Hi. Oh, y'all. You see the clown, the Oompa Loompa. He's still out here doing, podcasting tours. Can't make this up. I don't know who this kid is that interviewed him, but good grief. They still don't read and do their homework. It's the cult. The Umar is a boy. There's something else. And the candy asses. Oh, good God. Cults are dumb. Just so y'all know. Please don't join cults. What's going on, Saint? Shout out to my boss. How you doing, honey? What's going on, Caleb? Hey again. Hitting us with another live. Yes, y'all. I wanted to get this in before I go to sleep. Oh, y'all know I gotta work tomorrow. But we got to get into this just a little bit. I'm not gonna go into the whole video because I'm quite frankly sick of Umar the Oompa Loompa lying like hell and talking about everything but how he spent other people's money for a school that he's been lying about for 14 years. And it took a minute for me to come across the LLC information, but we got it. Did y'all know the FDMG LLC is registered in the state of Pennsylvania? I mean, it's just, but the school is in Delaware. And he's done nothing with this LLC. Like, he's not even the registered agent on it. He's past due on annual reports he's supposed to file. And yet he's doing business with this FDMG LLC. Make it make sense. Y'all, you can't make this up. Tell you. So we're going to go over that. Still looking for the tax return. It's not there. More than likely, he may have received an extension. Typically, the first extension is like an automatic, granted. If they request it, they have to request it either way. So we saw how the tax filings are trending around May 15th, May 14th each year. So more than likely, if anything, it should be up by May 15th of this year. It's always like mid-May. But the question looms, how is Umar the Oompa Loompa doing business under FDMG LLC when he is not up to date with the annual filings and the reports that are due to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania? He's trying to have accounts and everything operating under this LLC, where he can't even do the right thing with filing, documents on time to the state. You can't make this up. And it's in Pennsylvania, not in Delaware, where the actual bandos are. God. Y'all, this is the same idiot that doesn't like to get permits for any renovations or any work being done on the bando. You can't make this up. So we're going to kick this off. What's going on? Shout out to everybody. Tanya up in here. Oh, man. Francisca up in here. Shout out to my boys. Sharp Flossie up in here. Hope y'all doing well. I just wanted to cover this small portion of the interview here on, oh God, what's this kid's name? It Chopped by a T podcast. So, clearly he did this for views. It's got 25,000 views. I've gotten more than that with Candace. But this kid put his podcasting on the line to bring on the Oompa Loompa for him to still lie like hell and to try to pivot, this certificate of occupancy. He's already trying to blame it on somebody for being, black and from the diaspora and something else, even though he's not filing any documentation. He's not doing what he's supposed to do. There's no permits on file for the one bando that can be open to be, opened or to have any renovations. The black mold issue has not been, handled or addressed. So he's already trying to pivot this like a punk ass that he is. He's a coward. Umar can't take accountability or responsibility. And when there is an opportunity for someone to hold him accountable, especially this black conscious community, they don't. you know, because they don't even believe in suing him because somehow incarceration rates and blah, blah, blah. I'm still trying to figure out how would Umar go to jail and what does incarceration rates have to do with a civil proceeding? It's a load of shit and they know it. So they're all afraid of him. So he'll never be held accountable. This is how he's still getting away after 14 years of lying about opening a bando into a school. And now you have another podcaster that refuses just to do a Google search, look up some information, and ask him, why is it taking 14 years? What are we doing? What are you doing with everybody's money? Because all these grown-ass men are simps and cowards when they get in front of Umar, and they can't seem to ask him one question about this. Some clown shit. So we're going to get into this clown shit because it's going to tie into the information that I had to pull up so you all can understand what I'm talking about when I'm constantly saying that he's not the registered agent on this LLC. How is he operating anything under the LLC or doing business on behalf of FDMG LLC when he can't even file annual reports or do what is required of him according to the State Department in Pennsylvania? Go figure. So let's get to this. Shout out to all of you all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. The school is not open. Yeah, please don't lie like hell in my chat. That's just flat out lie. Unless you clowning, this school is not open. What's going on, Tavares? Miss Independent? How you doing? Oh, that school is not open. Yeah, it's something else. Can't make this up. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to hit the 4 where you can see it here? Let's go.
Media with an image of interracial black-white couples. Notice they do this with no other group. How many times have you seen a Mexican and a Chinese in a commercial as a couple?
Never.
How many times have you seen an Arab and a Native American as a couple?
I've never seen it.
Right?
Right.
You don't see it. It's only black and non.
Would he know a Native American if he saw one? Would either of these clowns know what a Native American looked like if they saw one? And not based on a stereotype, an actual Native American. Would they know a Native American if they saw? Umar is one of those type of people where in his mind, all white people look alike. That's it. He wouldn't know a Native American from a Latin American. He wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Neither would this kid here. Because, you know, the kid failed to do research before he even brought him on his podcast in his living room. What the hell they at? This is somebody's house.
Black and mostly black and white. They're using our self-hate to kill us off numerically. And if we don't stop, good brother, we're going to go down in history as the only people in world history to exterminate themselves.
Wow. So is that all of this? Is that your motivation behind Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy? Is that your...
Not the bunny hopping per se. And the reason I say that, if you teach our children who they are, to love themselves and to be the best that they can, and being proud to be African, you're not going to bunny hop anyway. You see what I'm saying? So when people bring up, are you opening your...
This is what he's obsessed over. He just asks, is that what translated over to FDMG? So at FDMG, you know, he wants to teach kids to not date white people. Because he's a huge racist, his damn self, while he wants to accuse another black man of somehow being intraracial over something he has not received in 14 years. This is so stupid.
School, and are you going to teach them to be against this or to be against that? I don't have to.
Right.
If I teach them to be African, they won't want to be none of that anyway.
Right.
I don't have to teach them to not want to be pretendian or any of these other nonsense movements we came up with because we hate being black. I don't have to teach them none of that. If I teach them to love who they...
Yeah, never mind science or biology or history or how laws are passed or, you know, why the price of goods and services go up, inflation, 3 times 3. I mean, never mind any of that. English, using the letter S properly. Now, he's not going to teach any of that shit. Yeah, he's going to teach your kids that they should not look at anybody that is not of brown skin. Period. Even though he would date a white woman. Especially if she's going to take care of him. Can't make this stuff up.
Or the rest to take care of itself. I don't have to teach them to love and respect the Black woman. If I teach them to love being African, they're going to do it anyway.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what's the status on the school?
The status on the school right now, good brother, we completed all renovations, which includes the clean out on Frederick Douglass's birthday, February 14th. And so
did he? Because I don't recall seeing a permit on file with the city of Wilmington for anything to be done. When did that happen? Oompa Loompa, you're an idiot. When did that happen? I don't recall. So did y'all recall seeing a permit for everything to be cleaned out and done over there? Because I know darn well he went over there and there was still a bag of trash sitting outside. Enterprise Entertainment went up there and went by there. Bag of trash still out there. No inspection has been done. No permits showing anything has been renovated. None of that. Cleaned out. Getting a bunch of people to go in and sweep and mop and clean a toilet does not mean that that is what is required to get that bando up to par to pass inspection. And in order to get an inspection done, you have to have a permit for that. So while he's sitting here whining and crying like a 2-year-old, why don't he just file the actual permit, file an application for a permit and request an inspection? Just get the inspection scheduled. Umar, why don't you do that, you clown? Where is proof that the bando is insured? When we saw a video of him inside the bando, he was just wiping off desk in one classroom. What does the gym look like? Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. Shout out to Tavares for the 199 super. And I apologize in the last live stream. I think I received a few supers that I did not get to, and I do apologize for that. So for those who provided supers in our Candice live stream earlier this evening, thank you so much for your financial support. I truly appreciate it. I was so busy trying to get in this live, I forgot to go over my super. So thank you all so much. And I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. You guys always hold me down and have me back here. And I'm so sorry I forgot to give shout outs to those who provided the supers. But thank you so much. All right. And shout out to you, Tavares. Shout out to my mods. Thank you for the 199 super. I appreciate it. All right, let's get back to this.
So today is the 14th.
The 14th.
So we're 2 months haven't been completed. And the reason we don't have our certificate of occupancy is, unfortunately, we have a building inspector who is of Black immigrant descent, who does not care for Dr. Umar at all. And he's trying to delay our final inspection as much as he can with as many excuses as he possibly can.
No, that's not something he controls. You have to schedule it, you dumb Oompa Loompa. Umar, file the permit for the inspection and get the inspection scheduled. That is your responsibility, you dumbass. You're trying to blame somebody for doing something that you haven't even requested the city to damn do. Go figure. You have to actually make an appointment and to put in a permit for an inspection to be done. And you're sitting just pivoting this on some innocent man trying to send your old Goonie Goons after him, while you refuse to just simply file a permit for that. What you mean? This is how he tries to just avoid accountability. And you got this clown boy sitting next to him, not even challenging him and saying, I did do some research. You have to actually apply for a permit for an inspection, and you have to schedule an inspection with the city. Have you done those two things? Because I don't see a permit on file for the school. So when are you going to file an application for a permit for that inspection to be done? When are you going to schedule the inspection? When is it set to be done? If you have already had an inspection, What date was that done? And then we can FOIA the inspection report. When was that done? Because otherwise it wasn't done. And Umar's lying like hell.
And I've known the whole 7 years that we've owned the school that he did not care for me. And now we're really seeing it. We should have already been inspected. We should have already been approved. So right now I'm consulting with some attorneys to see what our next move should be. I may have to request a meeting with the commissioner of the Land and Use Department that oversees final building inspections and certificates of occupancy. I may have to speak with the mayor because if they're going to allow this gentleman, and it's a shame that I even have to say I'm being opposed by a building inspector of Black immigrant descent, because as a Pan-Africanist, we view everybody as family. All of us are equal. You know, I don't care where you come from. You know, whether you're from Haiti, Puerto Rico, Turks and Caicos, St. Thomas, St. Croix, whether you're from South Africa, Namibia, Uganda, Ethiopia, Nigeria, Canada, South Pacific, Australia, I don't care. We one race. Right. That's what Pan-Africanism is all about. So to me,
now shout out to KKC up in the chat. Oh, Johnny Walker Dread up in the chat. Can we get the YouTube channel links for KKC YouTube channel and Johnny Walker Dread YouTube channels dropped in the chat? You guys, make sure you go support these fantastic content creators. Johnny Walker Dread and I are going to definitely do another collab. And it's going to be over a weekend. Because it's hard for me to do stuff during the week. Y'all see how late it is, right? But please make sure you drop their YouTube channel links in the chat, Moz, if I can get their links. Thank you so much, Tavares. There you go for KKC. How you doing, honey? Hope all is well. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Johnny Walker Dread is well up in here. Umar lies. Surely you speak in jest. Oh, y'all know Umar lies like hell. But he will not show proof that he has done a permit or requested an inspection, though. Oh, he's not gonna do that. It's too much like right. How you doing, Rosetta? HM, stop spamming my chat, boy. Girl, whatever you are. Why are you texting us, chatting us about donating to this Ponzi scheme? Doesn't he always tell you where to hit his Cash App and PayPal? We're not giving our money to him, but if you want to, go right ahead. No one will stop you. I'm not here to change the minds of Umar Tardians. I'm not here to do that. And it's not going to stop me from reporting on this either. You're asking me where to give his ass money? What are you talking about? Y'all stop. Oh, man. Well, he's not the champion liar, is he? You know him. Listen. Rashard Ritchie and Umar Johnson lie like hell is hot. It's just that Umar is lazy. Rashard Ritchie's out here funneling out degrees and stuff. You can't make this up. It's so crazy. It's so crazy how ridiculous they are. It's like Umar Tardian. I know, right? There you go. Thank you, X-Files, for Johnny Walker Dread's YouTube channel link. Make sure you guys go check him out and show him some support. Oh, man. And thank you all so much for tuning in. Let's get back to it, y'all. You got the Umar Tardian asking me how to give him money. For what?
It's not only oxymoronic, it's also very insulting that someone who pushes unity amongst African people globally is actually being opposed by someone who doesn't care for me being a Black freedman, opening up a school in the name of the first hero of that person's ancestral homeland.
And that's something that, so I cut hair, right? And one of the things that my first interaction, because I come from a place where it's just, Black people, and it's a traditional Black American, right? Mm-hmm. One of the things that I realized in coming to Murfreesboro is diverse. It's a college town, university here, MTSU. One of the things that I realized is, or one of the things that I found out, that the world is much bigger than I thought. I've seen a lot of different types of Black Americans, or even Africans from straight from the motherland. And I would see these people disassociate themselves from us. They would say things like, "Oh, I'm not Black. I'm Haitian. I'm not Black. I'm this." I was taken aback by that, because a person listening to people like you my whole life, my first time reading the autobiography of Malcolm X was when I was like 11 years old.
That's problematic. He's not listening to anyone else. He's not even doing his own research. This is the only person you're listening to. Your whole life you've been listening to him? So for 14 years, he's been talking about opening a school, and you don't find it odd that he has not done that? And you've had people come with less notoriety and open up schools within a year or two. It's been 14 years. He's had a cease and desist. He's been told by the board of psychology to stop lying about being a licensed certified anything. And for some reason, you see nothing wrong with that boy. And you can't make this stuff up. At the very least, Chop T, just say that this is for views and that's it. And stop pretending like you've been a simp. This is simping 101 right here.
Somebody who followed these type of people and these are my heroes. I thought we were all together, but I seen the separation.
There's separation. There's go ahead.
And it kind of gave me a little disdain towards our sisters over there in Africa.
Yes.
Why is that? Why is the
Okay.
separation?
First of all, you have to recognize the influence and the impact of the unseen hand.
Right.
You and I cannot call ourselves
absolutely
progressive.
nuts.
Forget even Pan-African.
And you know what's so crazy? Like I said, he's sitting here talking about this man doesn't care for me. Many people don't care for you, you dumb Oompa Loompa. No one has to. No one owes you that. Not only the Umar Tardians see you as God and cult leader. Everybody doesn't give a damn how you feel or what you think. They don't have to care for you. But when you refuse to show how you're spending other people's money, why are you sitting here getting upset because somebody doesn't care for you? This is one person on earth, and he's worried about this one man not caring for him. Make that make sense? Of all people, he's worried about this one person. This particular inspector does not care for me. And, I'm supposed to be the most requested black diaspora giant, green giant on earth, and he's supposed to love me at all times. What's going on? What you mean? Plenty of other black men don't care for your dumb ass. It's funny how all of these simps out here aren't giving him money, to allegedly open up this bando. Where's Charlemagne at? Charlemagne, you gonna let your kids go to FDMG? Then all these so-called podcasters that are sitting here platforming him, you don't see them turning around and giving him a hefty donation or anything. Funny how they don't even bring up how they've given him money. They don't say nothing about that at all. But they simping and sucking up to him like this. Oh my God, this is so degrading to watch. This young black man kiss the ass of Umar the Oompa Loompa, who can't even show proof that he's even requested an inspection to be done on the bando. And this young man wouldn't even look up how to get an inspection done in the city of Wilmington. What are the steps that you have to take to have a building inspected? He hasn't even researched that much. That is the ignorance that the Umar Tardians carry, trying to kiss Umar's ass. They choose to be ignorant. You think this kid would have just Googled what needs to happen in order to pass inspection in the city of Wilmington, Delaware? What do they need to have in place? That way, when he comes on and you ask him about the status of FDMG and he goes and says this nonsense about somebody liking him, you can ask, okay, did you apply for a permit? Because according to the city, that's what you have to do. And you need to schedule an appointment for the inspection. So did you get any of these things done? Because we want to FOIA the inspection report so that we can make you look good and be able to read and report on it. If only he had looked up that information and asked about it, I wonder what Umar's response and demeanor would be for the rest of this interview. Makes you wonder.
Listen, put that to the side. And I never put it to the side, but put it to the side. We cannot call ourselves progressive if we can't step back and recognize that all of us are being used against each other.
Right.
With conditioning that came from the
like
slave
people
master.
owe him this.
Whether you was enslaved on African soil called colonialism, or whether you was enslaved in a foreign land called slavery, we are all victims of white supremacy. There is no African on the planet Earth. I don't care if you call yourself Nation of Islam. I don't care if you call yourself a Hebrew Israelite. I don't care if you call yourself a Moor, a Nawapian, a God in Earth, a Baptist, a Methodist, an Episcopalian, a Sunni Muslim, an Orthodox Muslim, a Hanifi Muslim, an Ahmadiyya Muslim. I don't care what you call yourself. If you are of African descent, you are a victim of white supremacy. Right. Okay? Up until the
Says a man that is openly racist towards any other race, including his own. Umar doesn't love himself. That's why he's over 50, overweight, and a bum with no job. Doesn't even give himself a salary on FDMG's dollars. But then has the audacity to say that you should not ask him how he's spending your money that you're donating to him. He's registered as a 501c4. He's supposed to actually give up expenses now. But yet, you file a complaint against him to the IRS and then you're the bad guy when he's not following laws. He's an idiot.
20th century. Britain controlled nearly 25% of all the land in the world.
Oh my God, no.
And
nope.
It'd be visionary.
I'm not trying to hear about history from this
global interest.
Nope.
Narrative.
Absolutely. So I understand.
Does he not talk about FDMG anymore in this?
And powerful.
And
oh my God.
Negro
nope.
Each to North Africa, right?
I'm not doing it.
To come and help us.
How do you communicate with the ancestors? In what way?
No.
Orundila. So she comes back crashing out, right? But I knew that was my karma because that's unfinished business. And I was praying to be reconnected to my daughter. But we don't get to choose how they come back.
No. If you wanted to reconnect with your daughter, you can just send her a message on social media and just go connect with her. You can travel everywhere else to do all these podcast shows, but you can't travel your ass to your child. This is coming from the moron that actually did not aid in raising his kids either.
God brought her back to me. He didn't bring her in the calm, respectful, mild manner
she way I would have wanted to. A calm, respectful manner.
Just the other day, my youngest.
You ever thought about the fact that, it can be an issue with you not being a part of her life and choosing not to be, but you can fly your ass all over the world just to yell and scream in a microphone 30 minutes to an hour at a time. But you can't go out your way for your own kids. You ever thought about that? That's problematic. Never thought about how she felt about that? He hasn't done this for any of his kids. I don't know why he's sitting here making it seem like, oh, I was a good dad, just not with this one. What the hell is wrong with him?
Daughter, God brought her back, right? Not the way I wanted. There's still some issues there we got to work out, but at least she's back.
That you
so I had an unresolved issue with maternal energy, feminine energy, daughter, mom, and that's why I was put as caregiver of my mother.
Daughter, mom. Okay, Lord. You barely there with your own mother. What do you mean? He's barely with his own mother. He put on tax documents that he worked 60 hours a week. Oh, God. All right, so I've stomached as much as I could with that. He talked about nothing regarding FDMG. We're still waiting on the tax returns because the most recent tax filing that he has is from tax year 2024. So like I said, the pattern here typically trends around mid-May where he files where the taxes are filed. This one was on May 24th. Y'all saw May 17th, May 15th. So it's like mid to end of May. This was done November 16th, 22. But that's the trending. So we still have not seen any tax returns for tax year 2025. And as you all can see, he reported zero revenue and expenses. And yet he's still raising money on behalf of FDMG. And this is FDMG's tax return. See it? Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Leadership Academy with the EIN 84-5179390. So he's raising money for FDMG, but he's not reporting any of that money he's raising on the taxes. Why? 2023, he reported he got in over almost $205,000. How do you have zero expenses? How does that happen? You got total assets of $634,000, and that's supposed to be tied up in the property, meaning the property value is probably around that. I'm curious to know how. It's riddled with black mold. And one of them, the city already said, either get it up to code or vacate it. So how valuable do you think that bando would be if the city told him that it must be vacated, is deemed unsafe and not fit for human habitation? How much value do you believe that that property actually has? If the city is saying this is unsafe, you have to vacate it or get this up to code, but you can't let any person come in here. I don't think a building like that would have high value. So theoretically, the smaller bando would be the one with the most value to it. And he refuses to file a permit and to request an appointment for an inspection of that smaller bando. Show proof that it's insured, because the building needs to be insured. You all think that building is insured? Yes or no? Hit the chat. Do you think that smaller bando is insured? Because my guess is it's not. It's not insured at all. The city, you know what? And that's the crazy thing, Johnny Walker Drake. The bigger bando is so bad that the city would either way would take it as a loss, trying to buy it, because they know they won't be able to sell it and make a profit. So they would acquire that property knowing that it's going to render a loss. They would prefer not to. That's why they gave him the opportunity to pay the vacant property registration fees, the water, sewage, court costs from the writ of monition last year. That was their way of saying, listen, we would rather you just pay the fees for this and do something with it. But there's nothing to be done with it because of that violation. So he either has to sell it for whatever he can get out of it, allow the city to take possession of it, and then they can do whatever they need to do with it. And they have to take a hit and hope that someone buys it for the low from an auction. And honestly, once that happens, you know, the building itself is deemed unsafe. Can't do anything with the bando itself. You got to tear it down. That property would be more valuable as a parking lot, because he can't get it up to code to turn it into a school. He doesn't have the money or the capital, and he knows it. And he doesn't even want to pay the water bill and the sewage. A court had to order him to do that last year. But here's the kicker here. Not just the late taxes, you know, where he reports zero revenue and expenses. This is his information on Bizpedia about the actual LLC, this incorporated registration. Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey, RBG, International Leadership Academy, Inc. This is the official file number for the entity is 427-8758. As you all can see, is a domestic, nonprofit, non-stock organized under the laws of the state of Pennsylvania. Somehow these bandos are in the state of Delaware, though. The business was filed on June 9, 2014. We're in the year of our Lord 2026. For 12 years, this Inc., this LLC registration has been in place. 12 years. In the state of Pennsylvania. He has not sought to have it transferred to Delaware. It's been there, sitting in an active status. The principal office address is for this address here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So we'll go to the website. I want y'all to see this. This is on the Pennsylvania.gov website, where you can check for business entity searches. So we got the business file number, put it in, and as you all can see here, Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey, RBG, International Leadership Academy. This is the only one that I've been able to locate online anywhere between Pennsylvania and Delaware. And if you all look over here, you'll see where you can file an annual report, request a certificate. The initial filing date was June 9th, 2014. Status is active, formed in Pennsylvania. A domestic nonprofit corporation. Filing subtype, nonprofit corporation. Annual report due date, overdue. Why? He does nothing else. He's not even keeping up with the annual reports that are due with the state for this incorporated registration. He's not even filing the yearly reports he's supposed to file. It's been 12 years. 12 years. And this information has not changed at all. And if you look down, you'll see under view history, the only thing that's been done is this initial filing on June 9th, 2014. That's it. Nothing else has happened. And he's supposed to be raising money and operating under this LLC. How is anything getting done on this? Nothing has occurred. Let me drop the link in the chat so y'all can see it and look this up for yourself. Because you can't make this up. Oh, you're welcome, honey. What's going on, Jay the Informant? Shout out to you. Yeah, for donations to himself. I know, right? Tanya said absolutely no. Insurance, I'm glad I don't hear that. That building would have been gone. Shout out to Jay the Informant. If we can get Jay the Informant's YouTube channel, there we go. Thank you, S-Files. You're on it, honey. Thank you so much. There you go. Make sure you guys check out Jay the Informant as well. Oh, man, fantastic content creators. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're not going to be long. We're not going to be long. S-Files, you're debating some guy. Oh, my God. He interrupts her a lot. There you go. There you go. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate it. So, yeah, this is it. This is the only thing that has occurred as far as ensuring annual reports, anything has been done under this LLC. That's why I keep saying that he is not the registered agent for it, because you don't see anything here. I don't even know what that address goes to. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't looked it up in case it goes back to a residential address. I didn't even want to look it up. But the fact that this is the history of any activity that has occurred for this particular LLC with the state of Pennsylvania, nothing has occurred since June 9th, 2014. That was the history of any activity going on with this FDMG LLC thing. And he's raising money under it. He claims to have a bank account for FDMG LLC. He treats it like a business entity. But he's not doing anything to keep the reports filed, to ensure that the information is accurate. Hell, the address for the LLC registration is in Pennsylvania. So you wonder why the tax returns look the way they do. Because look how he doesn't even stay up to par with filing annual reports for the business entity itself. You should never see something like this for a nonprofit where the bandos aren't even open. and operating. Why is anything overdue? This is the level of disclosure and transparency that he has with FDMG, where he doesn't even follow the rules and regulations in order to maintain annual reports for his LLC that he claims he owns. I don't see him listed, though. It's funny how he's not listed on here at all. There's nothing here to get. God. Oh, man. The registered office is there. Y'all see it? You can't make this up. Oh, God. That's all that's happening with this business entity. No other information, nothing. I'm amazed that it's active when he's not even filing annual reports on this. He should be giving the state updates on what's happening with this business entity. Seeing that the Bendos have been relocated to a different state, why wouldn't he transfer the incorporation or the LLC registration over to the state of Delaware? Pennsylvania already hit him with a cease and desist when it came to fundraising for this. This is the stupidity that is Umar Johnson. He claims he has a team of people around him, a board and all this crap. People who are supposed to be business savvy that understands how all this works. And yet, they can't seem to tell him, at least transfer this LLC to Delaware and then make sure you're filing annual reports. Nope. They're all idiots. Whoever's around Umar in his inner circle are just as dumb as he is, if not worse. Period. This is absolutely absurd. And people actually take him serious when he says he's opening a school, when he doesn't take the LLC registration serious at all. The business entity itself, he doesn't even take that serious. He doesn't take the tax document serious. He can't even file expenses and revenue or file the tax returns on time. Why couldn't this been filed by April 15th? Why is it done in May? And you have nothing to show for this? What do you mean $0 in revenue and expenses? What the hell? Yeah, no, nothing. Where you getting this money from? $84,506. He's just putting down random numbers. This is what we are. And this is for tax year 2024. It's like whomever's preparing these tax documents, Kincaid Services Group, if they be real, it just kind of copying and pasting over from the previous year, and nothing much changes. They just put in random numbers. Yeah, let's just put this in here. Let's put in here that you work 60 hours a week on average for a bando where you're giving yourself $0.00 salary, no benefits, no nothing. So how do you explain the FDMG bank account freezing again? Umar, keep lying like hell. keep on lying like hell. But if you ask him, show us the books. Show us what you're doing with other people's money because it's not yours. I don't know. They're not real supporters. They're not true Umartarians. My cult members don't ask me nothing. You can't make this up. I'm trying to figure out how does he manage to have 60 hours a week donated to FDMG when his ass is traveling all over the place trying to get speaking engagements. How's that occurring? How does this happen, Umar? This dumb clown. You can't make this up. Umar, what the hell are you going to do with this so-called LLC? Because you're damn sure not filing what needs to be done. And he raises money underneath FDMG LLC, y'all. Give money to the school. Donate to the school. Oh, why aren't you filing these annual reports? This is what we are. So the lying Oompa Loompa is trying to blame some random person for an inspection report when his ass can't file annual reports to the state of Pennsylvania for his incorporation registration, for his business entity he claims he's the registered agent for. Registered agent, principal agent, don't give a damn. He has not proven that he has complete ownership of the FDMG LLC. How is he doing anything under this LLC? Especially when this is problematic. No annual reports. Shouldn't he be the one filing it? Make that make sense? So what really gives Umar the authority to spend any money on behalf of FDMG? What gives him the authority to do that? He can't even be connected to the actual incorporation registration with the state. God. He damn sure won't follow laws in the United States of America and do what these state government agencies are telling him to do. Stop saying that you're a licensed certified psychologist. You're not. And yet when he gets effed up about it, it's the white man's fault. No, you're just an idiot and you don't care about our laws. I don't know why you just won't go to Ghana. Don't come back. Ciao. Take all the Umar Tardians with you. Umar, just go to Ghana. Do not return. We don't need all that BS. Take all your cult followers with you. You all enjoy Ghana. Have fun. That's it. Let that be it. Why not pull this same stunt over there in Ghana? Let's see what happens when you go to Ghana trying to con and scam them for 14 years. You make this up. At the very least, the 12 years that this LLC has been opened. Go pull that stunt over there in Ghana. Get the hell on somewhere. Y'all, this is something else. So help me out. Help me understand, how does he have the authority to spend a dime that comes in for FDMG LLC? What gives him the authority, unless all of this is fake or he's scamming the government, the IRS, plus all persons who have ever given him money for these damn bandos that will never open? He said everything's done, but he can't prove that he's requested an actual inspection. And these moronic podcasters are not even asking him. As if he gonna do something to him. The worst that can happen is that he get up and walk off. Oh, well. But at least you maintain some level of credibility. They don't give a damn about that. You can't make this stuff up, man. Can't make this up, y'all. Y'all, this is something else. Oompa Loompas out here lying like hell, talking about some inspector. He's trying to get this guy hurt. He wants his Ogoni Goon squad to go after this inspector. And I hope that inspector has him sued and jailed for harassment. Because he's trying to set this guy up. And that guy can't help that Umar has failed to apply for a permit and to request an appointment for an inspection. Why not get that done, Umar, so we can get that inspection report? You know we're going to get it. KKC definitely going to get it. Shout out to Yanni. Yeah, he knows we're going to get that inspection report. The moment it's released, we're going to report on it. And that's what he fears. Umar, you should be more concerned about how you're spending money for an LLC that doesn't seem to even be compliant, that you're not listed as the registered or principal agent for. So how are you doing business on behalf of this business entity is a wonder to me. But yet, conscious community too scared to take his ass to court. Go figure. You can't make this up. People still giving him money under this bullshit. But they don't want to ask him, what's going on with this? What annual reports do you need to file and why is it not done? Follow the law. You're not above the rule of law here. But if you get caught up, oh, it's a white man coming for me. Oh, I'm just a victim of all this racism. Just go sit down somewhere and have several seats. No, he's a lazy bastard that doesn't want to do some documentation. Can't make this up. All right, y'all. That's all the information I have on this one. I told y'all I was going to be quick. Let's get the supers in right quick. I appreciate you all. Make sure you guys go check out I Am the KKC. Oh, man. King Kong Crazy, the Receipt Show. Go check him out. Fantastic content creator along with Johnny Walker Dread. Thank you, Miss Independent, for the $1.99 super. This guy is super struggle streaming, Umar. Thank you so much, S-Files, for Jay the Informant's YouTube channel link. Make sure you guys also go check out Enterprise Entertainment. The thumbnails that you see are the samples of the t-shirts that he's trying to get out. Plus, he will go by that school every time Umar says something is complete and call him out on it. And we're here for it. So make sure you guys go check out Enterprise Entertainment as well and support him. And check out his latest tour that he did of FDMG, where you can clearly see there's nothing ready about it. Same trash sitting outside in the bag. Just absolute insane madness. And then, of course, the website for a resource for the business search is there. Let me drop in the Bizpedia in case you all want to look up this information as well. And Bizpedia is a great website to look up any, business entity. And you can always go to that prospective state government's website to look up a business entity, their file number, or their business name can be used to search for any records related to it. And as you all can see, once again, Umar's incompetent and he is not following anything to stay up to par. I don't even know why this is in the state of Pennsylvania at this point. You'd think it would be in Delaware, but that's how little he cares about that. He doesn't pay attention to any of this stuff. And of course, filing an annual report is too difficult for his dumb ass. Can't make this up, man. So hopefully you guys, we got to stay on top of it. We got to stay on top of it. I appreciate all of you all. Thank y'all so much for the support here. Hit that like button. Make sure you guys share this content. Hype up the video when it's done. And we'll be back at it tomorrow with another Candice Marathon. We got some stuff to get in now with that. And, what you call it, decides malware decides to knuck if she buck. We'll check that out. But for right now, shout out to the Working Man Podcast. She done got her ass somewhere and calm down. I don't know. But y'all, I appreciate you all. You guys are awesome. You guys have a great night. And until the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.